Greetings, greetings, and greetings, and greetings. Greetings, great people. Welcome to Cabo Properties YouTube channel. Cabo, Kushe, hello. This is Showers Jalo. Today, I've got a few things I want us to discuss. Yeah, of course, around land and property. Few of these things I want us to discuss today. But of course, before I do that, please, if you haven't, subscribe now and click the notification bell. Share this video around, click the like button, and let's get traction. Let's get more people logging. Share this now, invite people, because today we're going to talk about land and property in Sierra Leone. It's very, very important. So, of course, to Sierra Leoneans, to Sierra Leoneans who are looking to invest in Sierra Leone, whether it's to build a house, whether it's to lease a land, whether it is to whatever you want to do their business wise, especially around property, real estate. These discussions are very important. I have lots of information I'm going to share with you guys, but of course, I would like you guys to participate as well. I would like you guys to ask questions, share ideas as well. Yeah, drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Okay, that's what we're going to discuss today. Whatever we're going to talk about, like I said, I want you guys to participate because it's not just me. Basically, for me here, it's about sharing information, share what I know, and then you can share what you know as well. And also, what I want you to know before we get into that is at Cabo Properties, we do various charities as well. We run a specific one is planting trees. As you all know, deforestation is rampant in Sierra Leone. We're not just in Sierra Leone, around the world, but of course, I'm focusing more on Sierra Leone. Recently, you all saw the flooding, or if you didn't see it, there was massive flooding, especially in the city. But this is also happening outside the city. But of course, because outside we probably don't know much about it, but there's so much logging going on, which is why we took this initiative to um, plant trees, basically. Yeah. So if you look in the description of this video, you will see there are links there that I put where you can go and donate to our tree planting project. There's a GoFundMe page, but also you can click the $sign on here on the live now and donate whatever you can. Your monies will go towards that project. We do various projects, the tree planting project. We do support girls in music because I do music. I'm a musician. For those of you who don't know, you can check my YouTube channel. It's Showers Jalo. Go on there again. New music there that I've released recently and more coming as well. So I'm sponsoring girls in music, learning to play drums. But also I'm IT specialist. So because of that, I'm sponsoring. I shipped some iPads recently for girls, not recently, but a few years ago, to girls' high school to teach them on how to use technology for their learning. Basically, teach them IT skills. And then so we're doing all those kind of things. So please donate. You click the $sign here, donate what you can, or check the links on this comment on this description of this video. You will see the GoFundMe page where you can donate to us, or you can become a patron to our page as well and do monthly donation. Yeah, please do that now. Yeah, but yeah, let's get into the real deal. Why we're here talking about land. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, like I mentioned, subscribe now, please, and share this video. Click like, so let's get some traction and share this so we get more people in. And I would like you to come with questions. I would like you to come with suggestions. I would like you to come with ideas, and let's exchange, let's discuss. But yes, we want to talk about land situation in Sierra Leone. One thing first I want to talk about is the Land Act. I don't know if you guys know, they have passed a bill recently in Parliament. Is the Land Act, and they call the Land Customary Law, whatever. Let me read it. Let me read the right terminology so I don't mistake, basically. So it's a Parliament passes the National Land Commission Act 2022 and the Customary Land Rights Act 2022. So that was passed recently. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but from my knowledge, what I understand or what I understood from that is that now, well, let me go a little bit of history. If you guys don't know, I think the Creoles were not allowed up until recently, up until when this law is passed. Well, I don't know whether the presidents have signed it, because when the law is passed in parliament, they will send it back to state house for the president to actually sign it. Then it becomes officially law. But parliament have already passed it, so hopefully the president will sign it. But before this time, the Creoles were not allowed to buy land up country. They can only buy land in the city. So this act is part of creating that equality so that Creoles can buy land as well, but also to empower women, to give women more rights to land. As you know, in Sierra Leone, especially up country, women don't have the same rights in terms of acquiring land. Like, well, let's say you're in terms of inheriting land. Usually families will leave the land to the son, to the second eldest son, or the oldest son, whatever. So I think those are the kind of things this customary act, or this land act, is trying to address. So basically equality as well, that's what they're saying, that's what they were pushing. So let's hope it's signed, and let's hope that it's acted on, and we all enjoy equal opportunities in terms of acquiring land and getting land in Sierra Leone, not just in Freetown, but across everywhere. So that's the Land Act. I mean, if you're listening to me now and you know more about it, please drop your comments below and let me know. Okay, please. I see Sick and Tired Obsat. I think that's a good name. Welcome to the live. If you're here, let me know if you can hear me. Drop your comments, because I'm just talking. I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly, but if you can, please drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me, okay? And don't forget to click like, don't forget to share this, so this gets to a few more people around, and let's discuss it, because this is very important. Now, whilst we're talking about this Land Act, whilst we're on this Land Act topic, it then leads me into one of the main topics. The main reason why I brought this up, to be honest, is that the government of Sierra Leone is going around the whole of the peninsula, starting from number 2 river, all the way around, all the lands that are on the left-hand axis, the left-hand side of that peninsula road. The government is going around plotting them to two town lots, basically taking them, plotting them, and they're going to be distributing those lands, because the government said all those lands belongs to the government. That's what the Ministry of Lands is saying, and also the government is saying. They said all of those lands belongs to the government. So if you're watching this video now, if you're here live or you're going to watch it later, and you have land or property you've been building, anything around from number 2 river on the left axis, right round to Kosso town, you need to probably contact the government, go to Ministry of Lands somewhere, and find out what is happening. If you already don't know, you probably already know. Find out what is happening to your land. But right now, as I speak, the government is going around plotting lands, two town lots, to distribute to people who they might do a raffle or something like they did back in May, and people are going to get those lands. So if you've bought it from somebody, the government is saying that land belongs to them. That is what they're saying. So you might want to take your documents to government, talk to who you need to talk to, and try to clarify things. Do that ASAP. That's my advice to you. Okay, they're doing it. They're going all over the place. They were in Tokyo recently. All those lands, they're plotting them, and they're marking X's. They're putting X's on some buildings, on walls, whatever they've put up. They're marking X's on them and putting a date, basically saying those lands belong to them, and they're plotting it right now. I heard that some of those land will be given to to the army and to soldiers and police officers, military. I mean, soldiers and police officers. I don't know how true that is, but that is what I heard. Okay, if you know better, please comment down on in the comment section and let me know what you think. But that is what's going on. I'm just stating that for those of you who do not know what's happening right now. And if you have land in that area, or you know somebody's got land in that area, or you've started building your house in that area, from number 2 river going around to Kosso and all that peninsula area, the government is saying theirs. And I think They're already distributing some land somewhere in Bure in the next few days or so. In fact, tomorrow, according to what I saw on with from the Ministry of Lands, tomorrow the president is going to distribute land to some people, to those guys who won the raffle back in May, this last past May. You know, if you don't know, they did a raffle back in May, and some people won land. The government, the president, I mean, tomorrow, Thursday, will be distributing those lands to those people. Now, it doesn't say clearly from the ministry where, but I know they said they got some land somewhere recently, and they're going to be distributing those lands. Okay, so again, you need to probably check to see if you have land in that area, or if you know someone who's got land in that area, to make sure you've taken your documents to government and try to clarify things with them, as well as maybe the people who sold you the land. But basically, what they're claiming is all those land in that area belongs to the government. So if they've sold you land, whoever sold you that land, government is saying those people only grabbed that land. They claim the land, but it's not really theirs. That is what the government is saying. So, like I mentioned, you go and check, double check that you haven't, if you have land there, or if you're interested in buying land in that area, you need to check that as well. Okay, double check. I've always said people double check that you are not buying government land, or you're not buying, of course, somebody else's land that have already been sold to them, which is always tricky in Sierra Leone. But double check this. So, and this right now, like I mentioned, go check so you don't get yourself into unnecessary trouble. You might turn up in Sierra Leone hoping that you got land there, and next minute land is not there. So go check, go check, go check. Okay. I can see I go, yeah. So people are tuning in, 5 people are on. Yeah, please drop your comments. Let me know that you're here. If you can hear me, just drop a comment. Let me know, or just say yes if you can hear me. Please just say yes, or make some kind of comment so I know you can hear me, because I don't know who is here, but I can see some people are on here right now. And don't forget to donate to our charity by clicking that $ donate, and then, or the links below this video on the description. You can see the GoFundMe page where you can donate to our charity there. But yeah, but this land situation that the government is going around taking is very, very serious, because as we all know, people, lots of people have already built houses along those areas from, well, the whole of the peninsula right now, I think it's got houses built, either finished already, or almost being finished, or started, or halfway. They're building. And as we know, the whole place is developing, has developed a lot, and we have lots of people living in that area right now. So I don't know how the government is going to negotiate that with people, what the plans are, whether they're going to pay some people back, or they are just going to take the land because it's theirs. Excuse me. So it'll be down to you versus your seller, the person who sold the land to you, basically. So that's the situation that's going on there. So it's really, really tricky. I don't know if anybody here has been affected by that. Let me know. Drop your comment in the comment section and let me know if you've been affected. Okay. If you know somebody's been affected, it'd be good to drop that comment as well, so that we know, and then we can advise people even more. Yeah, better. But this is very important. Some few other things I wanted to talk about as well. If you're interested, because government is selling land still. The government is selling lands in John Obey. They're selling land in John Obey. So if you're looking that you want to buy land there in Sierra Leone, and you're interested in buying from the government, contact the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. They are selling land in John Obey. Recently, well, a few months ago, they sold some lands there, and then the minister was there showing the buyers their lands. And he even mentioned that they're going to build a shopping mall in that area, ultra modern. As you know, that's the language in Sierra Leone this day and age. Ultra modern shopping center they're going to build there. So the minister was there showing the people their land, showing the area where they want to build. They're looking to build the ultra modern shopping mall. So yeah, so if you need land, I think they're still selling land in John Obey. Check the ministry, you get all the prices. You are out in crossing, it's happening. Yes, out in crossing. Oh, so you mean you can hear me? Yes, out and crossing. Is that what you mean, Yusuf? Yusuf Usaid. Welcome, my brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. You mean you can hear me? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, well, don't forget to click the like button, please, and share this video. And please, guys, if you're here, please donate to our tree planting project by clicking that dollar sign. Donate whatever you can, or go to our GoFundMe page, donate there. In fact, on the GoFundMe page, you will see what we've done before. I have videos that I posted there, pictures that I posted there, and you can see the story there, and then donate. And then, of course, you can also be a patron to our page. Whatever you donate here supports those work that we're doing, the tree planting project, the IT project we're doing in supporting the children in the girls' high school, in Methodist Girls' High School, with the iPads that we ship there. And of course, you're supporting the kids with music. Like I said, I'm a musician, I'm an IT specialist, and I do this as well. So I'm using all the skills that I have, and I want children in Sierra Leone to be able to gain those skills as well, whether it's a music skill as well as the IT skill, business, basically, for them to become business people. That's what we're about. And we always want to give back whatever little. So please donate to that by clicking the dollar sign. After this video, in fact, you will see a heart-shaped sign that says thank you. If you're going to watch this on the catch-up, don't forget to click on there as well to thank us and then donate whatever you can donate will go towards that. Please do that. Yeah, do that now and do that whatever time you can. All right. But yeah, so back to this land situation. Land is being sold at John Obi by the minister, by the Ministry of Lands. So again, if you're interested, go. I think the ministry need to pay me for this. Actually, I'm advertising for them, right? Somebody, if you know the minister, link me up to him and say, hey, there's this dude, there's Cabo Properties advertising for your land that you're selling in John Obey. So you need to give them commission. We need to get commission 10%. There you go. 10%, that's what we need for that land, Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister, we need that money. So yes, guys, there's few things. I've got a few notes here. I don't even know which one to touch on, but there's a lot of few things to talk. But I want more people to come and want more people to say things as well. There was a funny land dispute thing in Gloucester recently. Access road situation in Sierra Leone is a very, very tricky one. So in Gloucester, they had some access road issue with people who's got land and versus people want to make access road. The minister had to go there, and then apparently he helped sorted that issue, and now they are fine. The access road is clear and stuff. So that's good news that the minister is able to go somewhere and help people resolve their disputes. That's really, really amazing. So that's for the Gloucester people. And if you are affected of that as well, let me know. But drop your comment in this comment section. But these things are very important though. This comes down to planning. Yeah, it comes down to planning. If we manage to plan, or if we had planned the city well or the whole country well, we don't have a reason to fight over access road or where there should be a drainage or where there should be electric poles. We should not be fighting over this. This is 2022, but we haven't planned that way. So I'm hoping that from now onwards, we should plan. I've seen how the government now is going around saying they're distributing land to town or they're measuring. I'm hoping when they're doing those measurements, they're planning where there's going to be a road, where there will be a footpath, where there will be drainage, where they're looking where to put electricity poles, wherever the water, and so on and so forth. That way, you've planned it already before people get there. You demarcate the road clearly on the ground as well as on papers. So when people get there or buy the land, moved in, it's already laid out. So there's no dispute around it. There's no argument around it. I don't know why this is so difficult to do in Sierra Leone. Yes, they haven't done it before, but we can do it now. But also, even to us, me and you, yeah, we the individual people, the ordinary people who are buying those lands, we also don't sometimes think to say, once we've bought the land, where is our access? Let's agree between us to say, okay, this path here is going to be the access. This other part is where we're going to have drainage. We have to agree on these things. It's common sense. It's not magic. It's not something that we need to think of how our community will look like. We need access for emergencies. Imagine if there is fire, where is the fire brigade going to drive through to come and help? Imagine ambulance want to come and get somebody. Where? Well, surely I don't know if we have much ambulances, but you know what I mean. We need to give those access road drainage, as we've seen the flooding, because there's not enough drainage. In fact, we throw dirt in the drainage. We need to ensure that we have drainages, and those drainages are not used as dustbins, dirty box. They're not used as a tip. So we've got to discuss these things amongst us just as normal Sierra Leoneans. I mean, we don't need to wait for government. We need to think about these things when we're building our houses. Fix the roads. In Sierra Leone is where I see people build a nice fancy house, huge house, but they go out and buy 50, 60,000 or even £100,000 or dollars, 4x4s or SUV, as you guys will call it in America, and put it on a bad road. The road in front of their house or the road that gets to their house, then none of them will put money together to fix the road. I don't understand that knowledge. Why? We need to think about these things as well and build the road so when you buy your fancy vehicle, you can actually drive it on a safer. Why would you want to buy a £50,000 vehicle and drive it on a bad road? On the road, and when I mean bad road, I mean a road that is like access road to your house or to your community. I don't get it. It don't make sense. Yes, my brother. Yeah, they want to burn trash and dirt. Yeah, in the drainage ditch in front of their neighbors. Bro, that is one big deal. Burning trash. Listen, back of one of our properties, I don't care. I had to complain when I was there recently, just a few weeks back or something. I had to tell the neighbors and everybody. I said, listen, guys, no, we cannot do this. We can't be burning. And they're burning it behind. So, of course, you can have all that smoke, that smell coming through the smoke. I had to complain. I was like, no, no, we can't have this, man. I said to them, listen, in this compound, we have a massive kind of thing where we pour dirt, like container thing, dustbin, basically. Pour it in there. I always pay these keke guys to take it to the main tip at Lumley because they have a big tip there by the market. But again, this has to be planned well. Government needs to provide a lot more tapes around so that when somebody has got their bin, they can pour it there easily instead of paying keke. A lot of people are so poor in Sierra Leone. How can they afford to pay keke? So we want to try, and the government also needs to step in to make that a lot easier. Put more tape around the community. I don't have to go all the way to Lumley to find a proper tape. You understand? And sometimes when you go there, it's so full as well. It don't make sense. But yeah, so they need to provide tape. People need to learn not to just burn it in the next door neighbors and others create bin dust dirty box anywhere. A tip anywhere, just put it there and burn it and then or pour it down the drain. Then you block up all the drain. Then we get flooding. Then all that ends up in the sea and then kill the fish. All sorts of environmental issues are coming up just for one action, that we took. So we need to plan, we need to think what actions are we going to take. One that's going to protect us and our families, or one that is just going to, wreck us, wreck the whole place, and then our grandchildren or our children do not have a decent place to live, decent countries to live, and it doesn't make sense. So we need to think about us. Yes, Musa, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Click the like button, guys, and share. I got 10 people here. I need the like button smashed right now, please. Okay. And share this video and let's all discuss. Okay. I don't know if there's anyone here who's been affected by this land situation in around the peninsula that the government is taking over right now. They're basically taking over all those lands. They are demarcating them, plotting them, and they're going to distribute them. So if you've managed to buy land in the area or you are in the middle of buying land in that area, you've got to contact the ministry ASAP. Okay, I think you can go to office that is at Kerry Town. The office at Kerry Town, go there and yeah, present your documents and try to solve this issue. Otherwise, your land will be gone. Period. You'll have to go to court now with whoever sells you the land. Whoever sold you that land, you'll have to go to court with them, or I don't know what you're gonna do, but you got to take action ASAP, please. Okay, I'm just putting that out there because that's happening now. I don't know when you come to the video, you see the thumbnail. You see those photos. There are photos taken recently. You see like a little pole, white pole they painted, and some arrows in one land. That's them putting those lands. Every land they demarcated, they put little pegs like those to show that they've measured this area and they're going to plot it, and that land will be given to somebody else. We've got to think about that. So when you're buying land in those areas right now, you've got to think about it. Don't let somebody just say, "Oh yeah, we got land up here," and then you go and put money there, man. Okay, guys, check it out for us. Be careful that that is not one of the land that government is going to take. You know, if you have more questions as I go along, please don't hesitate to ask questions or throw in your own ideas and let's discuss. Okay, and don't forget to donate. Click the dollar sign, please. Donate to our charity project, please. Okay, we're doing the tree planting project to help in our own little way to save the environment. We've already planted about 200 trees already in Kamakoye. 200 trees. If you go to our GoFundMe page, you will see all the videos are there. In fact, I done some videos when I went to Kamakwe recently. I have videos that are out. You'll see videos. I think it says Kamakwe or my hometown one, my hometown two, my hometown three. If you go to the YouTube after this live, you'll see those videos. You would see the tree project that we're doing there. There's a whole video about it where I went to the area where I'm working with the students. You will see the process. I was talking with the teachers and the students, and then you'll see the whole thing started. So it's a whole video of it. You'll see me there talking, etc., etc. Please go there and watch those videos and donate. Click the dollar sign and donate here. Share this video. Do that now. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, we go back to this land thing. These X's they've marked on the lands. Go check here if you have that. So on another news in terms of tourism, because again, for me, I like always talking about real estate and tourism and how we look after the environment, the country. That helps bring more people in. So there's the Budapest challenge. I think is going to come to SL. They are looking to bring it to SL. Again, I don't know if they came just before the coronavirus thing, so they're looking to bring that back as a way of basically reigniting the tourism sector in Sierra Leone. That is a very, very, very big situation that needs sorting out in Sierra Leone because that will create a lot of employment if we can manage to build that sector. If we can manage to bring people in, I mean, of course, I'm just saying it in passing or just talking about it like just loosely, but it is a very, very important topic. It is very, very, it's something that needs careful looking at and thorough looking at. Basically, you need to look at it thoroughly, put mechanisms in place to ensure that more people travel to Sierra Leone, whether it's to check out the flights or, of course, the access roads, electricity, water, hotels, which is what Cabo Proper is about, to get more buildings that will bring people in. So that's lots of work to do there. But they want to do this Budapest like they did before so that these guys will rally, end up in Freetown to just raise more awareness about Sierra Leone basically through that. Hopefully that will happen. And then that will bring more people in to come and visit Sierra Leone. But as you and I know, there's a lot we need to do. We need more properties. I was just watching the minister was at a conference um, called Urban Equality Conference a few days ago. I think it was yesterday actually. Yeah, he mentioned about the housing deficits in Freetown in particular, because of course of migration, people moving up country, coming into the city. Obviously, but everybody want to live in this capital city because that's where everything is happening, basically, isn't it? That's what I think is really we need to decentralize. So he's mentioned something. He says we have about 509,063. Yeah, he said housing deficit in Sierra Leone is about 509,063. So that means we need to build more, but not just build. We need to build quality properties and affordable properties as well. And that's what he was talking about. And obviously, he's saying that's what basically. Now, let me just put a disclaimer here. I'm not here advocating for the minister at all. I'm just putting out what they're saying. Okay. And hope that they're genuinely saying it and they're going to do it. Because for me and our company, Cabo Properties, is to ensure that people have the opportunities. People have places to live. People can afford stuff, and we're looking after our environment. That is what we're about. That's one of the reasons why we said Cabo. We created Cabo Properties, and we're looking to build properties and stuff like that, and rent it out to people, and of course for ourselves as well, where we're going to live whenever I go to Sierra Leone, where my family will live. People around me. So that's the whole idea. But we've got to build more. Government needs to do its part to help us do that more. Whether it's through loans, I don't know. The banks will loan money, mortgages, these things need to happen so that people can go to Sierra Leone and invest in property, whether it's building houses, buying land and developing it for farming. We do farming as well. We got rice farm. As I speak right now, the rice farm is growing very well. Last year we harvested some, ate some, gave some to people. Right now we got more farm rice growing right now as I speak. We employ people to look after it. That's employment in itself. The farming we did this year is much bigger than the one we did last year, and next year we're probably going to even get bigger one, and we're going to grow other crops as well, like peanuts, because the idea is to grow as much staple food so that people we can eat, people around us can eat. We're able to sell it in Sierra Leone so people can get, you know, can access it basically. So if you grow peanuts, beans, rice, all those basic stuff that we do eat, that helps in terms of eradicating poverty, and hunger. But that's our bits, So these things need to happen more. But again, hopefully now with the equality, the Land Equality Act, or the Land Act, more people get access and people will do more. And like I said, government need to do more to assist with that. But we need to do more as well in terms of willingness to go over there and do more about it and do what we can basically. So the minister was talking about this land equality thing, and he mentioned some things that are very important. He was talking about using local materials for when we're building, which I think a lot of us are doing when we're building. We're using a lot of local materials. However, there's just that sometimes the expertise is not really there in Sierra Leone, and that's the shame always. So you will have to, if you need somebody to do you a door, for example, sometimes, I'm not saying all, sometimes the quality is not just standard, it's not good enough. So it makes you feel, what, let me order a door from the UK. And also, we don't have fire doors in Sierra Leone. I've never heard of fire doors. So again, this is a piece of advice I'm going to give to all of you guys here. If you're watching me now or want to catch up on this, think about fire. Safety is very important. Safety is extremely important, guys. So we need to find a company or somebody who can actually build fire doors, either in Sierra Leone or outside. Well, in Sierra Leone will be much better because that means the economy runs, people are paid, people are trained as well. Especially the interior doors. You want them to be fireproof. Those doors in your rooms, because those ones can, well, not maybe not fireproof anyway, but what I mean, fire doors over here, they can withstand, they can hold fire for a few minutes. That helps people. That saves lives. It saves lives. So we need to have this kind of thing. So when the minister is talking about um, using local materials, I'm certainly up for that. I support that. It helps the economy. It makes sense. The material is there. It means if it breaks, you can fix it because it's there. But do we have the expertise? That's the question. We need high quality stuff. We need people who can build high quality finishing. When they say finishing, finish it to the highest quality. We need those kind of things. Do we have people manufacturing tiles? Are they high quality to what you think? If I put this in my house, that yes, this is proper tile. It looks like this is luxury. This looks good, or even if not luxury, but it looks good. It's going to last long as well. It's not something you put and next minute it's scratch. So we need those kind of things. Then a lot of us will buy. I'm sure a lot of us would like to buy things from in Sierra Leone for our building projects because why not? It's cheaper. It might be cheaper than over here, but apart from that, it's also our country. We want to provide employment for people. A lot of us who live abroad, diasporans, always try and do that because it's a form of employing people, isn't it? Yep. I hope you guys are there. If you're there, drop your comment and let me know to just say yes, you are still here. You're listening to me. Yeah, because I'm just going on. I need you guys to contribute as well. Will Brown, what's up? Cool. How you doing? You okay? Well, that's a good question. They're selling some land. The government is selling some land. So in John Obey, they're selling land. Check the Ministry of Lands. Yeah, they're selling land around John Obey. But also they're doing raffle where you can win a raffle and get a land. It's still going to be like government land that they're going to lease you. And then in the end, I think you can buy it off them, something like that. Because no, usually sometimes government will lease land to people, isn't it? Then you have to develop it within certain number of years, maybe 2 years or 3 years. They need to see you have built whatever you've said you're going to do with the land. They would like to see that you've done something. and then you can continue paying your leasehold. And then at some point, I'm sure you should be able to buy your freehold. So the whole thing becomes yours fully. So they're doing that as well. So, like I said, tomorrow the president is going to be distributing those lands to those people that won the raffle back in May, this past May. But they're also selling land in John Obey. I think it was something. It was crazy expensive. I can't lie to you, but they said the land is going to go for, if the money, part of the money is going to go for agriculture, medical, whatever. That's what they were saying. But they have those lands. They said they're selling. I think one piece of it is for commercial. That's what they're saying. And the other bit is for residential. I think they have two town lots for residential or four town. Then the rest is for commercial. That's what they're saying. Go check them out. Check the ministry. You will see the prices are there. I think I already have a video of that. I posted it as well. Anyway, that I did. I posted it long ago because they've announced it long ago. Maybe somebody already bought. Maybe somebody already bought it now. I don't know. Anyway, by the time this video is out, but check it out. From the last time when I checked it with them, it was still available. So it might still be available. Okay. So if you're interested with Brown, check out Ministry of Lands, and those lands will be there. And then, well, you'll find out whether they're there, and you can buy it. And you might be lucky. You buy them, and if you buy them direct from the government, then you probably don't have to now worry about buying land from an individual that may have stolen or taken a land from somebody else and sell it to you. So you might be, yeah, check them out if you're interested in that. At the minute, we have put hold on helping people buy or sell lands because of all this going on. Government saying they own some of those lands. So we are putting hold on that at the minute to just check that everything, that we're doing is authentic. We don't want to put any of our clients into any situation where they buy land and next minute it belongs to government, you know. And the one big question that I have as well is when we're talking about this government stating that they own those lands. It's just I still wonder how then. Well, I don't know if these other people have documents, but how then did they sign those documents? Why did the government sign the document? Why, and the people who sold those lands, where did they get the documents from? Who signed the documents? Why? These are all questions that are important to discuss. Is this affordable land, and is this similar to a Cebu village in Ghana? I don't know Asebu village in Ghana, my brother, so I can't compare. I've never been to Ghana. I'd love to go though. I got lots of friends there. Um, I don't have a clue, but the land, when you say affordable, that's the question. The one the government is selling, I would certainly say it isn't affordable. Not for a normal Sierra Leonean, like the ordinary person in Sierra Leone. If you think about it, the the wages in Sierra Leone, I mean, the minimum wage I think is about what, 500 or 600,000 leons. That's the minimum wage. Some people get less than that, and most people, in fact, don't have jobs. So if the land, according to what I was saying, is something like 100 and something million leons, I think, for town lots. If that's the case, if that's exactly what they're selling it, then most Sierra Leoneans cannot afford that. That's facts. Very few can afford that. So I wouldn't call that affordable land. But then it comes down to, again, money. Because what you would call affordable, for somebody else, it isn't affordable. You know what I mean? For somebody else, it is. Some people earn lots of money. So they can, you say 100 million for a town lot, they can just go and buy it and own it. But I personally think it's very, very expensive. But that's me. You might think, no, it isn't that expensive. It's fine for the location, for whatever facilities that are around, and for the authenticity because it's coming directly from government. Maybe you don't have issues now with documentations. You might consider to say, okay, well, that's why I'm paying that extra money for. I've got, peace of mind. So again, so it's all relative, isn't it? It's all relative. All right, guys, don't forget to click the like button, share this video, please. I've got 16. So please, I'd like you guys to click the like button now and share this, please, okay? And don't forget to donate to our charity, please. We're doing the tree planting project. I'd love you guys to support us on that. Click the $sign, donate whatever you can there. And of course, on the description of this video, you can also click the GoFundMe page where you can donate. And you can read all about the charity thing we're doing with the tree planting projects. And you can also become a patron to our page. If you love what we're doing, please support us, because all those monies that come through, that's what we're using to do this charity stuff that we're doing, the tree planting projects, the girls in STEM education in girls' high school, and then the music thing we're sponsoring. In fact, now let me put this out there as well. We're looking for one more girl to sponsor to learn how to play drums. Yeah, 7 drums professionally. We want to send her to Balanta Music Academy so she can learn how to play drums. But we need a girl that is basically less privileged, a girl that's want to do it, but they don't have the funds. We can pay for them to go to Balanta Music Academy in Freetown, where they can learn to play drums professionally and get qualifications, and they can become musicians and teachers, whatever they want to do with it, they can do. I have a spare drum already in Freetown in my house, and I've got one at the academy there that we bought and shipped. So yes, that's now there. And with you guys, your donations, we'll even keep doing more, and we can get more girls into music and into IT. Okay, so please do that. Supposedly, you just buy your indentured paperwork. You buy it. Yeah, I guess so. I guess well, if you're talking still about that land that the government is selling, so I guess you once you get stuff from the government, they'll do all the documentation. So all that money you pay, the documentation is within that as well. That's what they're saying. And they'll just hand over to your documents. You own the land and carry on, do whatever you want to do there. So that's what it is. I personally think it's too expensive, but like I mentioned, it may not be because of all that security and because of the location and because it's government selling it to you. So you feel like, yes, this is guaranteed. It's not some dodgy person, or it's not somebody that maybe might sell it to somebody else later on. So, and also the government right now does not sign land documents anyway. So maybe if you buy from the government, they're going to sign yours because you're buying directly from them. But they're not signing anybody else's documents that is buying land from somebody else at the minute. They've not been doing that for the last 2 years. So that's also been putting delays in buying, people selling land, people paying people's money because the client, the buyer, does not want to pay the full money to the seller because the government is not signing the document. The seller also needs money. He's not going to get money because the buyers doesn't want to pay all the full money now and then something come up later on. So there's a kind of uncertainty there as well. We're hoping that the government will fix soon, and so that people can be confident. But we just need people who are straightforward, isn't it? We need people who are honest, people who want to who have pride in what they do and do it well, you know. So that's the situation there. So yeah, right now if I'm going to buy land, or anybody want to buy land, probably go buy land up country, where you don't necessarily need government documentation. You just need to have the chiefs sign, the witnesses sign, and the person who sold you the land sign. Boom, and then you're done. You can just carry on do what you need to do. In Freetown, there's too much politics to the land situation there, from individuals trying to cheat you. So of course now government is not signing the document, and government is saying their own lands here and there. So it's a tricky one. But listen, for me, I've always believed that things will improve, and then we just need to keep praying and hoping that things improve, and so that we can go and invest. I love Sierra Leone. We go there and invest. We've put lots of money already. So yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are putting money as well. Yeah. Yeah, guys, any more questions? Ask more questions and let's carry on. Let's go. I've got 14 here. Please click the like button, share this video, share it, tell everyone. Let's discuss. I'll be here. What's the time now? It's 40 minutes past 10. So yeah, I'll be here till probably 11. If people are still here engaging, I'll be here till 11. And whilst we're discussing about land situation in Sierra Leone, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Maybe, yeah, because 14 past 10 right now. So click the like button, share this video. Don't forget to donate. Click the $sign, donate whatever you can. Go to the GoFundMe page, donate for the tree planting project there as well. And you can become a patron, support our page so we can continue planting trees and help out with the environment in Sierra Leone. Logging is really serious, really, really serious. You know, so please, I need your support to that. Okay. Okay, let's see what else I need to talk about. Yep. So this we've talked about, yeah, the lands, whatever the conference that the government went to. So I think the one big thing that I spoke about earlier at the beginning is the Land Act thing that brings this equality thing. You know, as you like I mentioned, how the Creoles were not able to buy land up country. That is changing now. So for me, I'm excited about. I don't know about anybody, everybody else. I think that's good news. And then women having more rights to land as well changes, you know, everything. So hopefully they will sign that, and then that will, you know, help everybody else. You can buy land up country, buy land up city. Why not? And to me, it's important. It's very, very important that we are able to do that together as a country. Yeah. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm just checking my notes because I got a few things I want to talk about. But I wanted to see if you guys have questions that you would like to ask me, you know, and then or anything else you want to mention. You want to ask about the land situation? Is anybody? I've asked a question about is anyone here being affected by the land situation that the government is doing right now around that Peninsula Road, the Peninsula area from number 2 all the way around to Koso Town. Has anyone here been affected by that? Anybody knows anybody in Sierra Leone who's been affected? You know? And oh, while I'm here as well, let me just drop in this one. We have a store or shop space or office space to rent in Freetown in I don't care. Yeah. So we have somebody there right now, but the person is leaving at the end of November. So they're only there for the next 2.5, 3 months. So it's going to be available from first week December. It's a massive store, a massive space basically, which you can use as a store, just as a store to store things. But you can also use it as an office if you want. You can use that space as an office, but you can use it as a shop or restaurant, whatever you want to do there. Basically, it's a massive open space with a little restroom inside. It's got a big parking space at the front of it. So you have to load and unload or to park your vehicle. And it's on the main road in Adonkea. It's on the main road. So from Adonkea to Lumley, it's about 10-minute drive. You're there. So, and there's public transport's easy access because on the main road. So that's there where it's out there for rent right now. So if you're looking for something like that, or you know somebody who's looking for something like that, please let us know. Send us an email, and then we will discuss it and then see. You might be looking for a place to lease. We are happy to lease it. If you want to rent it per year, we're happy to rent it as well. Very beautiful space. Okay, email us. Check our website, caboproperties.com. Our email is caboproperties@gmail.com. Yeah, you will get all the information that you need. We'll talk properly about the whole thing. Boys there, don't forget to do that if you need it, or share with people. You might know somebody who's looking for space in Sierra Leone, that people who ship containers might want to offload and store something somewhere. That store is certainly good for that. It's high, very high ceiling, big space, proper front and back door, so in and out kind of thing. You can store your things there easy. 40-feet container will go there easy, whatever you want to offload in there. So yes, so let us know if you are interested or you know somebody who's interested for that. Okay, please. I know somebody who contacted me recently who was struggling with some land situation in Sierra Leone. I don't know if that person is on here, but that person has been having a lot of issues in Sierra Leone about land with their lawyer, with um, the surveyors. It's really crazy. I don't, I hope that you are able to solve that problem. If you're here watching this video now, or you watch it later on, I hope you're able to solve this issue, because it's really, really painful to hear that you spent your money and next minute that land, in fact, obviously you haven't got your documents here, and somebody else came, they're taking down your pillars or your baking, whatever that is, because maybe the land person have sold it to somebody else. Just crazy. So I hope you're able to solve that problem, either get your money back or get your documents done, but something has to be done. Gladys Sheriff, welcome. Sorry for coming late. Don't worry, we're here. We're glad that you're here now. That's the most important thing. Okay, don't forget to click the like button and share this video now that you're here. We've talked about a lot already, about the Land Act that they've passed recently, which gives opportunity to create people to have land up country as well, to be able to buy land, and women will have more opportunities to inherit land or get land up country and everywhere else as well. We've talked about the government is selling land. If you want to have a go at that one, contact the ministry. Do that. We are talking about all the lands and that's starting from number 2 river right around the peninsula to Coastal Town. How the government right now, as we speak, is going around demarcating all those lands, like basically plotting them. They're taking over those lands because the government said those lands belongs to them. So if you know somebody or if you have land in that area, you might want to see the government soon. You might want to take your documentation to Kerry Town to present them to the government and try and sort that one out ASAP. Otherwise, your land will be gone. Right now, I think tomorrow or so, Bure Town, they're going to be distributing land to people right there. They're going to be giving lands to some people at Bure Town. And next, they're probably going to come forward, obviously, to whatever I call it, Big Water, and then places coming towards York, then Tokyo, etc., etc. But they're on it. So if you know anybody and you have land, go now and try and sort that one out. Yeah, that's those are kind of things I've just been talking about, and of course, a few people have asked 1 or 2 questions. Um, so if you have any questions you want to ask Gladys, it's your time. Drop it here, or if you have any comments you want to add to what I've just to this little summary I've just given to you. Let me know. Drop that down as well, and then I'll be able to respond. So I'll be able to respond on that one. Okay. I'm just trying to check again what somebody just messaged me about something about the land. Let's see, man. If you're trying to message me here, come on live and talk. I can't be talking on WhatsApp. Come live on the YouTube and discuss it. Let's all discuss it because this is information we need to share with everyone. We need people to, especially for us in the diaspora, we need to know what's happening back home because a lot of us are investing in properties there. So we need to know, what's happening. It's important. So please come on here. If you can hear me and you leave a message, come on over here and do it. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I we spoke about, Gladys, is tomorrow, September, the president will be distributing some lands to people who won the raffle draw back in May. Okay. So if you've missed that, that's one other thing we talk about. So that's exciting for those who won those lands. I just hope, though, that with all these lands that people are winning through the raffle and government is giving people documentations, that if government changes, those people who've got lands does not lose their lands. That's just my worry. I'm hoping and praying that if you've got your land, government has said this is your land, whether you want it through the lottery or you buy it, when the government change, there's no issue. Because again, that's just going to mess people up, isn't it? All the plans and everything. So fingers crossed on that one. But they're doing it. So fingers crossed, that is all safe and stuff like that. So is it good idea to buy government land or land owned by the government? See, in a ideal situation, my sister, I would say yes. In a perfect situation, I would say yes. Because if the government sells you land, that should be more authentic than anything else, isn't it? Because it's government. So that's why I said in an ideal situation, the answer will be yes. But because you don't know what's going to happen in terms of uncertainty, government might change. It's really on the uncertainty. I think that's the trouble. Government might change and they'll bring other laws, and then they might say, no, well, let's say, for example, say we change government to another government and SLPP go out of power. Maybe another government will come in and say, well, those things that SLPP do, we want to change them. It wasn't the right way. They this and that and that. And all of a sudden, you now start to worry because, again, you now need to present document to government. You need to explain yourself. We don't want that. So, like I said again, for me, because my page is not about being negative to government or whatever, I just to discuss things openly and then discuss all the possibilities. So for me, the fingers crossed that if government sells you land, that another government comes in, they don't take it off you. or I mean, whatever, start to ask you to pay money, because like what's happening now with people there who've got lands, government saying the land belongs to them. They're claiming that whoever sold those lands stole the land from government or grabbed it, whatever. But it begs the question, then how did they sign the documents of those people who bought the lands from, well, from the sellers in the first place and the new buyers? Who signed those documents? Why did they sign the document? Why did the government sign? You see what I'm saying? So that is a tricky one. So it's good idea if things are going to work normal, then it's certainly a good idea. If things are not going to work normal, then maybe not. It's a difficult one to answer. Let's hope that it's a good idea. That's the thing. Let's hope it's a good idea, because it should be. It should be a good idea. It should be the best idea, in fact. All right, let's see what's the government doing in regards to land. That's what we've just been talking about. Um, just in just in case. I like your name, just in case. What are the new land rules you're referring to? I don't think. Well, it depends what you're talking about. Is it you talking about? Do you mean the Land Act, the new Land Act, or the Customary Land Act? I haven't read the whole document yet because I haven't even seen it yet, because it just been passed, and then I don't think the president have even signed it, because when it was passed, the president was here in the UK on holiday. When he went back, of course, we had the protest, so of course he was dealing with that, and I'm sure he's still dealing with it. I don't think he's even signed it yet, because the president still needs to sign it. But the Land Act is basically they're saying that will give equality, land equality. So women will have more rights to inherit land or to own land. The Creoles that were not able to buy land up country would be able to buy land up country. So that's what those kind of things. And also, I think they're trying to reduce the number of land an individual can own, something like that. Because as you know, if you got more money, you probably get 10 acres. So they probably try, especially in the city, they're probably trying to reduce that. So right now, all the lands they're plotting on that axis, that's number two river all the way around. I think they're doing a two town lots. So basically two town lot per person. That's what they're looking to do. So that's what they're doing. They're plotting them, saying they're going to allocate them to two town lots. And it doesn't matter whether you've already bought the land from somebody else, the government said it's their land. So if you're asking what's government doing regarding land and what are these laws, that's what I know so far. They've already passed the act in parliament. The ministry is advocating for land equality, and they are selling land. The ministry is selling land, government land. They are also distributing land where they're currently plotting land to distribute to people. And I think they were saying is for military officers as well as police officers. I don't know how true that is though, but that's what I'm hearing. And I know right now they've deployed military people and police people right through that axis from number two river all the way around the peninsula. They have military people there and police there. I know that for fact. So that nobody goes there and acts crazy, they will arrest them or whatever. But you need to go present your documents in Kerry Town. If you have any documentation to say you have land there or you're building, you need to go. And to be fair to the government, they've put out a statement since last year stating that they own all the land in that area. So they've warned people well in advance. Whether it is the right way, I don't know. You can tell me whether they should have done these things better. They should have, done what they need to do properly, like whatever, they should have not signed maybe documents if they knew the land was government's. I don't know, all those things. So yeah, that's what the government is saying they're doing for the land situation in Freetown anyway, and across the country, the new acts that they're passing. I'm looking forward to the president signing it, and hopefully they'll make it public so we can all read it properly and understand exactly what's in it, what's really is in it. But I think the two main things the one main thing is about equality, land equality, basically. So according to them, they want us to all have land. We should be able to have land. I doubt everybody will be able to have land because not everybody can afford it, especially land that government is selling. But they're doing the raffle thing where you can win state land and then you lease it. So again, that's a good thing. You can lease land, then hopefully you get freehold at some point once you've developed it further. So again, you can give them kudos for that. Why not? Yeah. Guys, don't forget to click the like button, please. Click the like button, share this video, and please donate to our charity, like I've been mentioning. Click the $ donate there, or you can donate to the GoFundMe page. You can become a patron. You can go watch the other videos that I've released recently that showed Kamakwe and the charity we're doing there, the tree project in Kamakwe in Karina district. You can see all of it on the video that I posted, I think last week or the week before that came out. You will see all there. All this, what I'm talking about, the tree planting project is all on there. If you go on our website, you will see all the charity stuff that we do under the charity section. You will see what we do there with the tree project, the music with the girls, and the IT with the girls. You see, you read about it and understand, get knowledge. And of course, the GoFundMe page as well is got that. So please do that. Click the like button and share this video. Donate, please. Okay. Okay. Right. Anybody else got more questions for me? What's the time? It's 10:30 in the UK. So yeah, if you got any more questions, please ask them, share them, or any more thoughts on land situation. Is anybody here not from Sierra Leone? I would like to know what's the situation like in terms of land in your country, whether you're from Ghana or whatever, the Caribbean, or even here in the UK or America, wherever, and you were born there, and then maybe you're looking to buy land there. What is the situation? What's the land situation there? It'd be good to share that with us and see what's the process. Yeah, what the process is. Yeah, let me know. Let us know what the process, in your country, just to see whether it is the same, it is smoother than us. Oh, see, I've actually pulled up the information here of the land these guys are selling. See, the John Obe land is crazy. So the cost price for 2 town lots of residential plots remains 150 million leons. That's what they're saying. So the cost price for 2 town lots of residential plots remains that. Okay. So that's 150,000 new leons, by the way, because Australia's got new leons now. For those of you who don't know, we've got new leons, so 150,000 new leons, which is 150 million. And then they have 4 town lots of commercial plots, and that is at 600 million leons, which means it's 600,000 new leons for the commercial plots. That's about 4 town lots. Now it's not clear here. That's why I'm confused. It's not clear whether that money is per lot or for the whole thing. That's what I'm confused at. I don't know if anybody here knows better. Then please let me know. But yeah, it says they have 2 town lots and they have 4 town. So it's not really clear whether it is the whole 2 town they're selling for 150 million leons or 1 lot. Same thing goes for the 6 town. Well, yeah, the Ministry of Lands, if you contact them, I'm sure they will tell you more about it. It's basically that. They'll tell you more and then you get more insights into it. All right, people, let me know what else you guys want to talk about, what else you want to ask about land business, or if you want to talk about just any business so far in Africa, well, in Sierra Leone in particular, what businesses you can do. Let me know. We are currently doing farming as well. We're growing rice and we're looking to sell some in Sierra Leone and of course export some. So if there's anybody here who is interested in rice exporting or selling rice in here in the UK or in America, wherever you live, you can contact us for that. We'll talk properly about that as well. We got a massive farm in Kamakwe. Yeah, we're looking to sell some rice in Freetown as well as export some. So again, that's another business right there you can do. Sierra Leone, of course, staple food is rice. So we decided to grow that because also that's what we eat. So it's not about just selling it. We need to make sure we grow the staple food that we eat as well, because it's that important. You know what I mean? There you go. So I'm just looking at these guys as well. They're going, the minister, they're on this thing, they're going around it properly. They're going around like on this land situation. They launched what they call Operation Recover State Lands. Operation Recover State Lands. They launched it recently. So yeah, so they launched it, and then yeah, basically they're going to go around to recover. They said they want to recover all state land in the western rural communities. So there you go. That's what they're on right now. So that is what they're doing. Somebody's got land. You have land. Go present your documentations if you have. If you don't have documentations, then it looks like there's going to be a lot of obstacles. Well, there's already obstacles anyway with the person who sold you the land and the government. And there's going to be more obstacles anyway. So, yeah. All right, great people. I think if nobody's got questions, I will leave you guys so that I can rest my bones, because in England it's already 10:36. Doesn't mean I'm going to go to bed, but I've got to do some other videos to edit as well. I've got some work to do. I've got some videos I need to edit. West Africa, he said, damn, I'm late. You're late. Where have you been, my friend? Where were you? We're talking about land. I know you were looking into land situation in Israel. You were looking about into getting land. You were asking me all sorts of questions. We've just talked a whole lot about land situation in Freetown, and you're only coming now. What's going on? Yeah, VM West Africa. I hope you're good. You all right? Anyway, so you got any question you want to ask VM West Africa? Because I'm happy to talk for the next 20 minutes if people are going to ask questions. But what I wanted to pass on, I've passed most of it on already. I just wanted people to ask questions or share their own experiences and knowledge, and so we can discuss. But if there's no questions, some people have already asked you anyway, then we can close this for today, and then in the next, I don't know, few weeks or so, I could probably go live again to talk about land or any other businesses, really, or any other time. Well, yeah, work. Okay, no worries, brother. Enjoy work. Good luck. This is what I love about the world, isn't it? We have different times, 50 minutes. I'm on the break. Yes, yes. Okay. Enjoy your break, man. Enjoy your break. I wonder what you're eating for your break. Enjoy it. What kind of business? Okay, that's a good question. What kind of business can you do in Sweden that does not require you physically being there? Wow, that is a great question. From my experience, I think you always have to be in Israeli, at least to start off the business. I personally think any business you're doing anywhere in the world, you probably need to be there to start it off and run it for a few months. Anywhere in the world, anyway, because if it's your vision and it's your money, why do you want to just send money to anybody or get somebody to start it and you just stay away from it? I would advise you to be there. Even in the US or here in the UK, if you're going to start up a business, it's your vision. Don't just leave it and go. I would be there, start it up, run it for 6 months, maybe a year or 2 years, even to see that the business is actually, standing, or make sure the business is on its feet and it's running. Now the process, you've got an idea of what's coming in and out. Then you can now hand it over to somebody, and that person that you're handing, of course, you got to trust them. You got to see them do the business. You're going to see them, how they work, how they operate, and that's when you will say, okay, I can leave with this point to run it whilst I go away and do something else and check on them. But to start it, I think you have to be there. There's a lot of businesses you can do that you don't necessarily have to stay in Sierra Leone, but you're good to go there and start it off and leave. So it just depends, you know what I mean? It just depends. You can do all sorts really. Like we're doing the farming. Yes, I go to Sierra Leone often, but I don't necessarily have to stay up country to do the farming. But when it comes to um, taking starting steps, I probably have to be in Sierra Leone, like transport it somewhere, selling it. I might have to be there to be part of the negotiations, see how the process works, so I understand it as well better, and also I'll be doing it the way I want to do it. For me, anyway, I like to be hands-on, so that's why I like to be there to do things. Because also in Sierra Leone, I think I mentioned this in the last live I did a few months ago or a month ago, the way you and I, for those of us who live overseas, the way you and I understand certain things and the way we say certain things might come across different to how the people who say things in Sierra Leone or do things in Sierra Leone, and vice versa. So that is why I would like to be on the ground so I can do things myself. I can talk to people and then understand them. They try to get them to understand me as well. So we are on a level where they understand me. Obviously, I'm used to high standards, so I always take that wherever I go. But also, I've got to understand where they're coming from, how to do things. So you learn the business while you're there. So I'll advise to say you have to be there at the start at least. Don't necessarily maybe live there all forever, but be there at the start and check often. Okay, let me go. What this other person is saying? Um, are land scams a big problem in Sierra Leone? Absolutely, my brother. That one I'm not even going to hide it. Unfortunately, land scamming is big issue. Huge, huge issue. Problems. I know somebody who recently contacted me and then their massive land issue. And I've, well, not just one person, I've heard a lot of people contact me all the time. And people have all kind of issues with land situation. You know, we've had a lot of experiences with land situation in the past. You know what I mean? So land scamming is plenty there, bro. It's definitely huge. So you gotta be careful. You gotta really do due diligence when it comes to land. You know, due diligence is important, and hope that you get the right people as well, right lawyers, right surveyors. All those people are important. But yeah, land situation is very, very serious. Gladys, what do you mean by every day? What do you mean when you say every day? What I mean when you say every day? Guys, please don't forget, please, 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 to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so. Click like, click the notification bell to get notification, because I've been posting lots of videos. Almost every week I post videos. Every weekend on a Saturday, I get a video that goes out. And I don't think a lot of people see those videos. So, but if you subscribe and click the notification bell, when those videos are out there, you get a notification and you'll be able to watch them. I post every weekend. I've got videos already lined up till next month, and I'm going to create more. Once we finish this, I'm going to sit down and record some few more and edit. Well, I got others. I got some recorded already. I just need to edit them. So I'm going to stay up for a little bit, edit, and send them out. So every Saturday, around 4:50 to 5 p.m., every Saturday UK time, there's video going out. Check them. And sometimes it's not just about Sierra Leone. It's other places I've been to that I see architecture and businesses. I'm talking about them. I'm sharing those information with people. For me, it's just about sharing the information, and maybe one of you people can pick out something beneficial for yourselves there, whether it's where you live or outside of there. You pick out something beneficial. That's the main idea. Can you name at least 3 businesses that you think is good area to invest in? I can, but you have to donate to my tree charity project first, Gladys. Donate to my tree project. Plant some trees, then I'll tell you. I'll give you some ideas. See, plant some trees. Click the dollar sign. Drop in some trees. Let me see how many trees you can plant. Then I'll name at least three businesses that you think are good area to invest in Sierra Leone. Yeah, you got 5 minutes. Oh yeah, you certainly. I don't think you should be there every day, but at the beginning, Gladys, I would advise you to be there and um, see the business run. It's important. You understand? Brother, I cannot, this is for VM West Africa. I cannot assure you 100% that that's legit or not. I don't know. The only way to find out whether they're legit is to go through the due diligence process through the Ministry of Lands, through Roxy Building, the government. They are the ones who will tell you. Get a lawyer, get a good surveyor, and let them go through that with you. That's the only way you'll find out. Go through the government. But apart from that, I can't sit and tell you yes or no. People can advertise land and then and then they sell it to you, and next minute somebody else also goes and does whatever. You get what I mean? So it's important to do the due diligence through, like I mentioned, Ministry of Land is one place where you need to check. Roxy Building is another place where you need to check. Those are the important things. Obviously, the people who are selling you the land need to show you documents, you know, with LS number, page number, volume number. They need to check they need to have all of that. And their name needs to be on it. And the other thing as well, we've had that experience before as well. Thankfully, we had a good surveyor that advised us not to do that, not to buy that land. Long ago, some people tried to sell us land. Well, we were trying to buy the land for our clients, but thankfully, we do due diligence. The land, they showed us documents. We checked the documents with the government. It's all correct. Their names are on it, everything. However, when the surveyor went to the land and surveyed it, went back to plot it, they realized that the document they've showed us does not cover the land that they were trying to sell. So they showed us a document that says, yes, we got land, da, 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 da. So when you check that document, you will say, yes, they own this land. But if you do not have a surveyor that is good now, that's sober to go and measure that area, and say, okay, what is on this paper is what's here on the ground. I mean, you might buy the land hoping that they got dog, and then you went to land is they actually caught you go and buy it. You go. It's not in that documentation. All right, Gladys, what you say? How much is each tree planting? Gladys, I'm not charging you how much. There's a dollar sign. Just click on there, donate whatever you can. It's not about charging you. Yeah. I mean, obviously, tree planting is a long process. It costs a lot more money, but that's why I'm asking people to donate. It's not just about one person thing, but it costs a lot more. As you know, we have to grow them and starting from next month because the kids just went back to school. We are working with school children. They've just gone back to school. So what we're doing, we're working with the children. We're going to start nursing seeds from now on to start to plant those in June. But right now, this last June, July, August, we've planted 200 trees. If you go to the GoFundMe page, you will see it there. So you can click that dollar sign, donate whatever you can, or at the GoFundMe page, link is on the description of this video. Go there. But you can click on the dollar sign, whatever you can donate. It's up to you. It's not whatever big deal. You understand? Or go to the GoFundMe page and just donate there. Or you can become a patron monthly, you pay. But yeah, whatever you do now is up to you. Yeah, click dollar sign. Just drop whatever you want to drop in. It's fine. It's not compulsory. Even I mean, we just appealing to people to do that. I see these high prices for land may only attract bigger businesses. On this, do you see avenues for something like an art center around commercial spaces? I don't know what your name is, SM Smarts G. That's what you just mentioned there to say art center around these commercial spaces. Just that word art center. If you know how much we have been discussing it in my company and my brother, because my brother is an artist. Well, I'm an artist as well. I'm a musician, by the way. So I'm an artist. My brother is an actor and a storyteller. He travels around the world. He does theater, plays, whatever. So we've been discussing this for years and years. We need spaces, open spaces like this, where you have a proper theater or art center where, well, I hope you mean art as in artists performance, or unless if you mean art as in painting and drawing. But either of those, if you have a center, like a big kind of space where like a big kind of building that has different rooms where you say, okay, this hall space that takes maybe 200 people or whatever is a room for arts where people can come and display, their arts, whatever they've painted or designed, they put it on the wall and people like a gallery thing, that's important. Or a space for performances like theaters where people can go and watch a proper theater concert, all those theater performances, or a proper music concert, comedy. Those are things that are important, very, very extremely important to have. And that's what we've been thinking about. We need a space like that. I know the new Freetown City Council building have got something in there, but I mean like just an open space. Like here in the UK, we have the O2 Arena, we have Wembley. Spaces just for performances that you can drive to and park. There's a big parking space, wherever. We need that kind of thing as well. So definitely that's a good idea in terms of, get a bigger space like this where we can have, a place for arts, basically performing arts now, whatever, visual arts and stuff like that. And yeah, the prices sometimes they're very high depending on where, but that's the other thing. They need to have we need to have this kind of price control, and the government or people need to price the places accordingly, basically, what I mean? So that's a tricky one. It's difficult to determine, but we need to have the kind of metrics. What determines price for a certain area? Why is there expensive? What are the facilities? What are the amenities? Is there roads? Whatever that is, we need to think about that as well. How many plots in 1 acre? Um, Now that's a tricky one. Well, it's easy, it's not tricky. It should be 12 plots. But what people will try and do is to say to you is 10 lots. They'll say it's 10 plots per acre. It's really not 10. It should be 12 when you take the actual measurement. Because it's not about, they're not going to measure. Really, when you're buying an acre, they shouldn't measure it per lot. They should measure the whole lot per the standard measurements. I have it somewhere. I have the kind of measurement they need to do somewhere. Because, for example, take 4 town lots, it's about, 100 by 150, something like that. Yeah. Square meters or square feet. I mean, so when they do the same, when they measure the town lots in that format, in the standard measurement, I forgot it. It's somewhere in my phone. I just don't have time to go through it to find it. Once that's done, when you now decided to say, okay, let me partition this into lots, you will discover that you have 12 lots in 1 acre. But again, when people want to trick you, they will say, oh, it's 10 town lots. So then they then keep the 2 town. See how they'll trick you, and they sell that 2 town to somebody separate. You say, oh, I get 2 town lots for sale. I have 2 town lots to sell, and then they've taken 2 town lots of you and they give you only 10 town because they probably want to measure it per lot. But they shouldn't do that, especially now in Sierra Leone, actually GPS measurement they use. So once they use that and then you know what you're doing, you should have 12 lots per acre in Sierra Leone. Yeah. Who else? So Gladys, oh yeah, Gladys, you're still on there. Yeah, so donate whatever you can, don't worry. In terms of businesses you're talking about, one business that is good there, of course, it's renting. I've just been talking about how the minister is saying the property deficit in Sierra Leone, housing deficits, is about 509,063. So it's not showing on my screen. What's not showing? Oh, you can't see the dollar sign. It's on this page. Yeah, underneath where you have the what's it call it? The comments coming up underneath there, it should show you a dollar sign. There's a face where you see like emoji, and there's a dollar sign, and there's something else. That's what it should show you. If you can't see it, it depends where you're looking. Maybe you're not on your computer or whatever. That's fine. Like I said, you can go to the GoFundMe page. There's a link below the description on this video. Go on the GoFundMe, you can donate through there. Yeah. GoFundMe, if you search Cabo Properties. No, is it Cabo Properties? No, it's not Cabo Properties. The link is, I think, it's under my name, but the link is on there. Click on it. You can donate there, whatever you can. Yeah. But in terms of 3 businesses that you can do, One of them is just what I was trying to talk about when this guy mentioned about art center. Property business is always a good business to do anywhere in the world anyway. So if you have land, genuine land, that's a good business to either build something there. Like this man is saying, we're deficits. People need housing in Sierra Leone. If you can build affordable ones, 2 bedrooms, maximum 3 bedrooms, 1 bedroom, there are people who rent that. Right now, as I speak, I've got lots of people contacting me to rent. They're looking for 2 bedrooms house. I've got a few who've contacted me, because they're looking at the one. I'm building a 2 bedroom right now, a 2 bedroom flat there. People are looking already to say we want to rent it. I've just roofed it, but they want to rent it already. So the property business is definitely a good business to get into. Gladys, that's one business you can do. I know it's not cheap, but it's a business that you can do if you do it well and you have the right people around you. Farming is another business you can do. I know a lot of people underestimate that, but people eat every day. So why not do farming that was going to sell them the food they eat? You probably know that, but you probably don't think of it that way. Certainly, farming is one business you can do. I don't see why not. What other business I think you can do? This one is another big one, and I don't know how many people have thought about this. How about recycling? How about recycling business? It's big business. If you can, obviously this is big money situation, but if you can have people invest or you have money to invest in recycling in Sierra Leone, you make lots of money. We need recycling going on in Sierra Leone. We need those kind of things. Recycling is huge business everywhere in the world, but more so in Sierra Leone because we haven't got any people, as you know, people just like okay, I'm lucky. My mom uses the bottles I use, water bottles, when I go to Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Gladys. I really appreciate that. Yeah, God bless you. So the recycling I'm talking about, people, um, what was I saying? Me, when I go to Sierra Leone, I drink. Most of us that go to Sierra Leone, JCs, the JCs go to Sierra Leone. A lot of us drink bottled water or packet water, or especially the bottled ones. Where do they go? What do you do with them? You understand? What do you do with those bottled water? So thankfully for me, my mom sells drinks, ginger beer, and that kind of things. So when I use them, they take them and then they use them for ginger beer and stuff like that, or for other things they sell. So that's good in that way, in a sense like that. So that's how I recycle them. But in terms of if your family does not use it, where do you put them? You might have to throw them in the bin. And what happens in Australia, because we don't have proper recycle system, those bottles end up somewhere in a landfill or in the sea, and of course they come back. So recycling is a business that you can do, Gladys, if you can afford it, or you have people who are probably interested in investing in that. Definitely do it. That's something we are even thinking about as well. But because we don't want to jump into too many things, because sometimes you just stretch too far. But I'm putting out there now recycling because when I'm in Israel, all the time I look around, I see that I've asked young people, recycling is important. So that's another business right there. So I just name you three: recycling, property business, farming, and don't forget farming also is property because if you own the land, there you go. Land is always good to own. That's that's what they call um, generational wealth right there. Generational wealth that you can pass on to your children, your grandchildren, if you want to have them. So there you go. Those are three. In Sierra Leone, I mean, obviously, all these things takes time. I'm not saying they're going to happen overnight. It's things that you need to be on the ground. If you're thinking I'm just going to do them without being down there, I don't think it's a good idea because it just with Sierra Leone, it's just again, you have to train people, and you have to be on top of their case to do the things the way you want them, the way you expect them to do it, so that you have basically quality control. You need that to stay on top. I'm not saying everybody in Australia does not follow those things, but I can assure you now, unfortunately, it's difficult to find Australians who live in Australia, who were born there, grow up there, to understand the level of. I don't know where you live in there, by the way. Are you in America or here in the UK, Gladys? You understand? So those things are very, very important to consider. Oh, am I talking to Gladys that is in America, by the way? I think I know Gladys. No, so Gladys, now you did talk to me. We talked recently about your house that you're building, your property. But yeah, it's really it's about quality control. So you have to probably be on the ground to ensure things started off. People are trained. I would say you need minimum of 2 years. Yeah, but that's all part of it. That's exactly what you're saying. It's part of it. Um, the plastic and then collecting trash. That's all part of the recycling. If you have collection, trash collection is definitely a big deal there in Sierra Leone. That's for sure because we don't have big tips on every corner. So you need people who can go collect them from houses and take them to wherever it is. But even better still, if you can collect and recycle them. If you just focus on those plastic that you can recycle, that boom, you're winning because you can just go around and gather them on the streets, on whatever. If you have this truck that's going to gather and make them into something, amen. You're sorted. Yeah, I mean, you can do that, and then they can be recycled, make anything into what? Into plates, spoons. Again, you see now, if you can collect plastic for free or pay people to bring them to you, even pay them small, cheap money, they bring them to you, you make them into something that they can use, whether it's plates, spoon, flip flops. I don't know how you call flip flops in America, slippers, halfback in Creole, toys, whatever that is. Some art stuff, some artistic stuff, somebody can design out of plastic or out of whatever waste that you've recycled. Boom, that's business right there. You get me? That's proper business right there that you're doing. And I think you and I spoke about solar. You mentioned about solar thing. And one of my other videos that came out, I think my trip to Kamakwe, I mentioned about the solar on that one. Go check it out. I mentioned about solar because I even had a little panel with me in the vehicle. I had a little panel with me put in the vehicle while I was driving through Freetown to Makini, then to Kamakwe. It was charging whilst we were driving, and whilst it was charging, the panel on me was charging the battery, and I was charging my phones and my devices. And when I go up country, I went to the proper like village. I didn't stay in my hometown. I went to my mom's village. Those ones were very effective there. I had solar. I had 4 bulbs. They were all lighting up the whole place. No noise, nothing. It was perfect. During the day, I charge while I'm driving around and it does using and then in Freetown in the house, solar. I've got light. When there was no electricity, the solar was giving me electricity at home. Light was off for like a few days. I'm fine. And I was happy with it because it's less noise. I've got a generator, but I didn't use it much at all. I think I only used my generator once or twice because I didn't have the time to get off, go out, go put it on in the generator room and come back. And it's loud and everybody else is using generator around you. All you hear is the noise at night. I'm not used to that. But because I had the solar, my bulbs come on easy. No noise, peaceful. Bulbs are bright as well. I had like 4 different bulbs for that I put in the corridor, one in the room here, another one for the bathroom. They were just nice and bright. Put them on, they last me for the whole evening till morning. And the battery also charges when there's electricity anyway. So I charge it through that. But I also charge it when the sun is out. And as you know, so we have enough sun. So solar is another good business to do. Why not? Pay people to bring them. Yeah, pay people to bring you the plastic. Yeah, you can do that. Pay people to bring them to you wherever you are. Tell people to say, if you got plastic, bring it to me. Or some people maybe don't even have to pay them. Tell them to say, if you got plastic, you don't know you're looking for where to bins to throw them, we can come and collect it from you. We're not paying you, but you're also not struggling to take them to any bins because bins are not around next door to most people in Israel in Freetown. They have to travel some distance. Like I said, in I don't care. I have not seen any tip between Lumley, well, after Juba Lumley Bridge, after the markets, right through to Toke. I've not seen any proper big tip. You know those skips? I've not seen any big skip or something. So if you say to people, we will come to your house and collect all the plastic and everything, just keep them for us for free. There you go. You just need to travel and collect it. Then you recycle it. Simples. Or you employ young people, bring them. If you bring 100 bottles, you get, I don't know, 100,000 leones, something like that. Young people now got jobs. They're going to be finding papers and plastics for you like you don't believe it. And bring it. Then you recycle and make them to something. Absolutely. That helps keep the city clean. You also keep the environment, looking after the environment. Then you're providing jobs for people, because those people who are going to be working, operating the machines to do the recycling, you've just given them jobs, whether it's one or two of them, you've just employed them, and they've just learned some new skill. The people who are going to be bringing the bottles to you, you're giving them money. Young people, they've got money. Like students, you can tell them they want pocket money to launch. University student, or even secondary, primary school. Well, maybe not primary school because it might be too young, but secondary school, they can do that. Or those kids around that they have nothing to do. Those young teenagers, you give them, like they're doing, like when people do paper rounds. Teenagers do paper round. No, they can do the same. People who don't have the time to go, they struggle to go to places to put their bins, and they usually burn those plastic in the backyard or somewhere in the streets. Again, you're taking that burden off them. So yeah, so definitely. You happy? You happy with those questions, those answers, Gladys? You happy with those answers? Those are just some ideas, recycling, farming, of course, property. I know you're in the property thing now anyway. You're building the houses, the apartments, so that's good. But yeah, farming is certainly another thing to get into. Recycling, solar to get clean energy. There's all sorts, you can do really. How about like fruits, drinking, like to make juice and stuff like that? You know, juice. Why not buy fruits, plant trees like what we're doing, planting trees, plant, fruit trees, and then you start to make fruit juice of those. Even mango. You see what's interesting with mango? I know in Israel we eat mango every year, right around, when it's mango season. But you can preserve mango to eat it right around the year. Like in England, I'm sure the same in America. We have mango right around the year. It may not be as fresh as, in fact, sometimes it's probably even fresher than the one in Freetown, though, to be fair. I've seen mangoes in Freetown. I'm like, I'm not going to eat that mango, man, in Freetown. Lots of fruits in Freetown, to be honest. They're not really that really good. You have to go up country. Whenever I go up country, I eat mango there because it's proper mango. It's from the tree, it's fresh, it's juicy, it tastes far different than the one in Freetown. Here we have mango right around the year in the UK. And one thing people do with the mango, yeah, you can actually dry the mango. You know that you can cut it, the skin, and dry it, package it, or packet it, whatever. And that's it. Once it's dry, it stays longer, and you can eat it like you eat snack. You know that you can cut it nicely in little slices, dry it. That's something you can eat right on the year. If you put it in the supermarkets or somewhere you keep it in your fridge or somewhere, just put it somewhere. Once it's dried, you cut it. You know what I mean by that, yeah? And you can just snack on it. Proper snack. It's got energy because it's sweet. It's mango. It's in it. Got natural sugars in it. Gives energy, basically. Well, by the way, disclaimer: I'm not a medical doctor, though. By the way, I don't want anybody to go on and say Cabo Property Showers told us that, oh, mango is this and that, it's got energy and stuff like that. I'm only saying based on the fact that it's sweet, that means it has, energy. Like banana is sweet, it gives low energy, isn't it? But that's not medically proven by me. I'm just telling you based on my own experience and knowledge. If you want to take that to say, okay, mango is good for, because it's sweet, it's got energy, then go for it. Banana as well, go for it. But please don't use this as diagnosis for any energy drinks or whatever you need. Just to make that clear out there. But if you can dry the mangoes, you can eat that snack right there and then. Why not? Right around the year, you got mango snack. And why not? You can get that into supermarkets. That's business right there. And again, you see, that's the kind of business you probably don't have to stay in Sierra Leone for the whole year. You probably just Be there at the beginning when you buy all the mangoes. They dry it. Make sure, obviously, it's, yeah, as you know, when you're drying, it has to be controlled, so it's not dirt and germs or whatever. Control that. Once you know it's been all been packaged nicely, and of course the packaging has to be good as well because your business, you need to ensure that it looks professional, your branding and everything. Packaged it well. Supermarkets. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of ideas that I have around businesses in Australia that we can do in Australia because I've been talking to a lot of business people. I meet a lot of business people all the time here, people from Africa, from different parts of Africa, and from Sierra Leone. In fact, tomorrow I go meeting with somebody else. We're talking about, again, businesses, just sharing ideas. We just sit down in a restaurant and chat, talk about businesses that we could do in Sierra Leone or ideas. Obviously, I'm not saying all those businesses we're going to do. I'm not saying all those businesses are easy to do because it's Sierra Leone. It has its difficulties, but we just discuss these things and have them planned and start some of them and see how it goes. But it's good for me. I like to brainstorm with people like that and then share ideas and then see where that goes. It might not be now, but it might be in the future. We can do it, when things change or when we have when it's right, basically. Well, yeah, there's so many ideas you can do. Fruits, vegetables, all those kind of little things. Yeah, Gladys, is there really fruits? Absolutely, why not? How about fishing? Fish, it's good business as well. Yeah, fish is certainly good business to do. I don't know if you've thought about it before. No, again, it's staple food, isn't it? So it's good to do it. All right. Right, great people. It's past 11 p.m., 12 past 11. So maybe I should leave you guys now so I can do some video editing, then rest because I've got to go and do more hustling tomorrow. Waking up at 6:30 in the morning. Actually, not 6:30, I think quarter to 7. That's when I actually leave my bed. And go do more hustling. I've got so do music. I've got somebody to talk to that is pushing me because I'm a musician. For those of you who don't know, somebody in Nigeria has been pushing me, sending me some stuff to listen to, music things to listen to, so I can give him feedback and then hopefully release a song within the next 2 weeks. So watch out. A new song is coming from me, new music. So check out my channel before I go. It's Showers Jalo. Go check it out now on YouTube. Subscribe whilst you're there, please. Okay. I got a new video out on there that came out just recently. It's called Break'em. Go watch Break'em. Go watch that music, that video. Absolutely amazing video. I edited the whole thing. Go watch it. Subscribe whilst you're there, please, and share it. And I've got new music coming out in the next 1 to 2 weeks. That's why this guy is pesting me about right now from Nigeria. So I need to, once I come off here, I'm going to talk to him, then go back to editing videos. So you see how busy I am. It's crazy. And I'm preparing for more performances. I've got a performance to do next month. I'm preparing for it in a theater. Well, it's a theater kind of, but they're going to set you up for music. So we're going to be doing that. But if you want to know more about my music, go to Showers Jalo YouTube page, subscribe, and watch all my videos. They are my live performances. And of course, if you guys, wherever you live in America or wherever, if you have events and you're looking for a performer, I'm your guy. Showersjalo@gmail.com. That's my email. Yeah, go check out my videos on YouTube. And I'm everywhere. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, basically every streaming platform you can think of. You'll find me on there. Just type Showers Jalo. You will see everything. All right. Got lovely music videos and good performances, live performances. I DJ as well. There you have it. So many stuff. I'm a good dancer too. Gladys, how do you know that? Where do you see me dance? You never seen me. You've only seen me here and you talk to me over the phone. Where did you see me dance? So I'm a good dancer. Where did you see me dance? Stop that. Oh, by the way, I'm on TikTok as well. Maybe that's why sometimes I do some dancing. So my TikTok is Showers Tick. Yeah, so as in showers, SHOWERS, then TIK. That's my TikTok. But mainly where I want you guys to go support me is on my YouTube page. Please go there now. I have 9 people here or 10 people right now. If you all go to my YouTube and just click subscribe, click the notification bell, you would have helped me greatly. Yeah. And when the new music drops in the next 2 weeks, you're going to hear it. Listen, great people, I've held you guys for long, and I really, really appreciate that you stayed with me this long. I hope whatever I've shared with you, you've got something out of it. I'm glad that you're here. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the comments. Gladys, thank you very much for your donation towards the tree planting projects. Again, share this video even after now. Let people know the message. Contact us at any time, carboproperties@gmail.com. Carboproperties.com is the website. And you can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. It's all Carbo Properties. You can follow me personally, Shawos Jallo. I'm everywhere on social media as well. Let's connect, let's discuss, and let's see. You saw my video, Gladys. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Is that on my YouTube page? Did you see on my YouTube? Yeah, well, thank you very much, guys. So I'll leave you guys. Okay, have a blessed evening, day, morning, and stay blessed. Peace and love.